Hey, welcome all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right, rocking the eye in my living room where I do what I do for you. It's a little early, but it's all good. Let's go. Writers in 25 will live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. Message is always in the story. These are life lessons I'm giving to you. I hope you're picking them up and using them. That's what I'm giving to you for. Let's do this. Right Thinkers' mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. It's all about knowing yourself. Right Thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is just that, to get you to do just that. Your job is to acquire the information and use it and become just that, knowing yourself. This is the question. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. I can teach you. A person who knows not and believes that they know, dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep spiritually on the spiritual alarm clock. That's why I can wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye be true. Yeah, that's my girl. Balance in your life keeps the feathers away. Let's do this. Today, I'm big on self understanding and character within self. You need to know where your creator is. He's in here. Right thinkers, let's talk about who do we be talking to when we talk to ourselves. I tell you, you got to go inside yourself to find yourself. That's where the truth is, not out here. Let's talk about it. Okay, I have an ongoing conversation daily with myself. Who am I talking to? The question is, if you're doing the talking, who are you talking to? And the other question is, if that voice talks back, who is that talking to you? And if you haven't heard that voice talk back to you, you are spiritually dead, mentally ignorant to yourself, spiritually ignorant to who you are. So you need to wake up, okay? Become a right thinker. I can help you out with that. But let's talk about this concept of who's inside us. I can only speak for myself, and I always do. I don't do the general, no, I just do me. I can only speak for right thinking philosophical master, which is moi. Where I'm talking about, when I'm talking about God, I'm speaking of my higher self conceptually, which I know about. I'm speaking on my experiences. Trust me, only my experiences do I give you knowledge and information about. Other than that, the stuff I read, that I learn, that I study, I pass that on as lessons. But my life lessons, they're true, actual facts. Simple as that. I thought people would think I was crazy if I said I talked to God about 7 years ago. Conversation came to me clear as the bell. And the more I listen to concepts and I get understanding, God is mental. We know He's spiritual. But when you become mentally understanding, that's the experience, the mystical experience that church is supposed to give you. That's what a Christian's supposed to read God for themselves after getting the lessons in church, living the lessons, going through life, doing the good things, and He will make Himself known to you conceptually. Right thinking philosophical concepts is to get you to do the things you need to do, and He will make Himself known to you. Watch this. But then I remember I was sent to a mental institution, aka Crazy House, back professing to be Jesus Christ. It's another story, but yeah, I ain't going there. But when you allow the people to dictate who you are, you're gonna have problems. Okay? Being thought of as being crazy is not nothing new for me. See, I did it years ago. But this time around, mm-mm. No white men in jackets, no straight jacket, no none of that. Why? Because I got the truth. Now they got to respect the fact that I'm not crazy. Okay, let's move on. You have all you need in you. It's up to you to do it for yourself. That's why knowing thyself will make that possible. This is a real simple philosophy. Okay, I was a willing servant to the devil, aka Set, aka ego myself. I was a drug dealer, ran the streets, did all the things that I wanted to do to satisfy my ego, myself. I was not God driven at all, but God still stayed with me then. So I understand He ain't never gonna leave you. Why? That ain't His job. When His physical body leave, then He's out. That's what I keep trying to tell you. But until then, He's along for the ride. Your job is to get him out the back seat of just being there and put him in the driver's seat by becoming what? God conscious. When I was spiritually ignorant, again, I talked to myself. But guess who I was talking to? My ego. He perpetrated as the Almighty, and He would do that. He would have you thinking it's all about you. I'm just saying. Now that I'm spiritually enlightened, I still talk to myself, but now I'm talking to my higher self, not my lower self. So lesson in there, but I got to move on. I got some things to do. But right thinking philosophy is to help you reach that spiritual enlightenment level for yourself. Calm down. When you're doing the right thing, don't think that nobody's watching. Don't think that no. Remember the eye. It means He sees all. That's His eye that's up in the sky. Now they come up every day and give us 12 hours of His graciousness for heating us up and keeping us in the sunlight. Okay? But even He have to share the night when He goes into His state of underworld for 12 hours. He's still shining. He just ain't shining for us. He still shines. So when He come back around, He do what He do. This is a cycle of life. Understand that, please. Back to the lesson. Right thinking philosophy. I did that one. Watch this. I will give you, all the working tools to build yourself into a God-like person with knowledge. Not a bunch of commandments and none that. No, knowledge of things. What's right for you, that's the right thing. If it's working for you, that's right thinking. My philosophical view is for every individual to have his own choice. That's right thinking. It's universal. It ain't no one set. Nope. Everybody can have the right to the right thing. Everybody got a right to get the sunshine. I don't discriminate. It's like God. When you know you, watch this, you know who you're talking to. I do. Now, I keep emphasizing the change in now and what it used to be. I am a pastor in prayer today, and he brought out 25 years ago, 30 years ago. This was not in the cards. This wasn't nowhere to be, but it's here now. That's only Him. So we understand that. All right, here you go. As a master right thinker, I know God, and I are one. We talk on a continually basis. Now that I know Him, I got no problem doing what He think I should do. And that's what I do for you. Teach you so you can have that same relationship for yourself. When I didn't know me, I still talked to me, but because I was ignorant, I never got a right answer. I got the nonsense. Do you just keep going? Yeah, just keep going out there. Until the train run off the tracks, so this ain't no more. You end up in prison. You end up in the street dead, looking up, wondering what you should have been doing. Yeah, I escaped that. I made it through. I took my jail time and changed my life around. Another story. Okay, but watch this. I have learned so much since I found myself. Now I know who I'm talking to, and I enjoy having that conversation on a regular basis. I can't believe I'm telling people I talk to God on a regular basis and nobody's freaking out. I like that. Knowing yourself is being God conscious. That's right thinking philosophy's goal is to get you to do just that. Become God conscious by what? Knowing yourself. With knowledge of self that I'm giving you on a day-to-day basis that you can use and implement, and you should be getting better at it. Be like your boy. Cool. Let's go. I'm about to wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you. Right thinking philosophy, again, teaches you how to know you. That's what I do for you. Life lessons. Let's go. To know yourself, you will have to talk to yourself, aka your higher self. That's God. The essence of you is spiritual. So you need to deal with it on a mental level. When you're doing the most listening instead of the talking, that means you have tuned in to listen to your higher self. When you're doing the talking, you praying. I pray every day pretty much, but it's a short prayer. That's universal prayer. But I'm listening. Why? Because I let him do the talking. I don't mind that at all. Better than listen to half the people who got a bunch of jibber jabber that I ain't trying to hear. So yeah, I don't mind talking to God every day. The truth is known by your higher self. You just have to listen more and get it for yourself. The truth ain't coming from me, it's coming from within you. You got to hear it, understand it, interpret it, and then use it. Truth is what your higher self has for you. You have to listen to it to get it. And once you get it, you have to live it. We have truth in us, in spirit. We have to become conscious of that fact. That's what right thinking is all about. Getting you conscious of who you are, aka God conscious, aka to know yourself. I'm freaking out right now. I'm trying to maintain because I'm going berserk. Last one, I'm about to wrap it up before I freak out. Do you listen to when your higher self is talking to you? It's okay to talk. It's okay to listen. But do you implement what you're told? AKA live right, AKA do the right thing. I do it because I know if I do the right thing, I'm going to get blessed. I got no problem with that deal. I took the deal. When you become God conscious, aka spiritually enlightened, you know for a fact, without a doubt, you are doing the right thing. Simple. If you become God conscious, you have to let your conscience be your God. Don't worry about right thinking shine. Why? It's God's plan, homie. It ain't mine. So it's going to do what it's going to do. I don't have control over that. I'm just the wheel man. I'm just driving. Okay. Right thinking. Get on the bus or get out the way and get ran over by it. But it's coming. I listened to my ego when I was ignorant. And I got nothing but jail time, bad memories, misguided situations that I caused on myself. Again, full responsibility. When it's wrong, you got to take that too. Or my bad, but no, ain't no buts. My bad. I got to take the consequences. Okay. Now, I listen to my conscience. Watch this. I listen to my consciousness now because I'm enlightened being. I know myself, so I trust what's being said to me from me is good for me. That's all I'm saying. Here you go. Your higher self, aka God, your lower self, aka the ego. Who you rolling with? I take my higher self every time. I appreciate you. That's the new term for God, higher self. Get used to it. That's where we going.